Daniel Hayes stood on the subway platform, clutching his worn leather briefcase, as if it contained his entire future, because in a way, it did. Inside was his resume, freshly printed, and his only tie, folded to hide the fraying edges. Today was the day. The day he'd convince someone, anyone, to take a chance on a single dad who'd been out of work for over a year. He'd rehearsed his pitch in front of the mirror for weeks. His 5-year-old son, Tommy, had even wished him good luck through a mouthful of Cheerios that morning. But as the train screeched to a stop and Daniel stepped onto the crowded car, he noticed her. A little girl, maybe 6 or 7, sitting on the dirty platform floor with her head buried in her knees, shoulders shaking as she sobbed. Her hair was in ribbons, but her dress was torn. People streamed past without even glancing at her. Daniel froze. The doors chimed. This was his chance, maybe his only chance, to get a job and finally pay the rent he owed, finally buy Tommy new sneakers. But when he glanced back at the little girl, her cries pierced through the dull roar of the morning rush like a siren. And in that split second, Daniel Hayes made his choice. He stepped off the train. He crouched beside her and said softly, "Hey, are you okay? Where's your mom or dad?" The girl didn't look up. "I can't. I don't know. They left me." Daniel's heart cracked a little. "It's okay. You're safe now. My name's Daniel." "What's yours?" "Emily," she whispered. "Emily, can you tell me where you live? Maybe I can walk you home." She shook her head, trembling. I don't want to go back. They fight all the time. My nanny left me here. I just want to go somewhere quiet." Daniel swallowed hard. He pulled off his coat and wrapped it around her shoulders. Then he sat down on the cold floor beside her. "I know what it's like," he said quietly. She finally looked up, her eyes wide. "You do?" "My little boy, his mom left when he was just a baby. We don't have much. But we take care of each other. That's what family's about, right?" Emily's lip quivered. I don't have anyone." Daniel's chest ached. Without thinking, he took her tiny hand. "Well, you've got me. At least for right now." An hour later, after a trip to the corner diner for hot chocolate and a plate of pancakes Emily barely touched, Daniel called the police to report her as a missing child. But Emily clung to his arm when the dispatcher said they'd send someone to pick her up. "Please don't make me go. Please. Can you just take me home? Please." Daniel hesitated, then asked gently, "Where's home, sweetheart?" Her answer stopped him cold. "It's the big white house at the end of Maple Drive, with the fountain in the yard." Daniel frowned. He knew that street. It was lined with mansions. The kind of place he'd never even dream of setting foot in. "You live there?" Emily nodded. "It's lonely, though. My parents, they don't really see me." So Daniel hailed a cab and gave the driver the address. The gates swung open when Emily entered the code, and the car rolled up a long driveway toward a sprawling white mansion. Daniel's jaw dropped. Before he could even climb out of the car, the front doors flew open, and a woman in heels and a sharp suit ran out, sobbing. "Emily. Oh my God, Emily." She swept the girl into her arms and squeezed her tight. "We've been looking everywhere. Why did you run off? Are you hurt?" Emily just pointed at Daniel. "He helped me." The woman turned, eyes wet, and looked at him as though she'd never seen anyone like him before. You found her?" Daniel nodded awkwardly. She seemed scared. "I just wanted to make sure she was okay." The woman put Emily down and strode toward him. "You have no idea what you've done. She's all I have. My husband and I, we've been so caught up in everything else. We didn't even realize how much she was hurting." She extended her hand. "I'm Rebecca Lawson." Daniel shook it, still dazed. "Daniel Hayes," he said. Rebecca blinked. "Hayes? That's the name on the resume I got this morning. You were supposed to interview today, weren't you?" Daniel froze. You're the CEO," she said simply. Yes. It turned out, the job he'd been chasing was hers to give. And when she heard what he'd done, how he'd missed his one shot to make sure a little girl he didn't even know was safe, Rebecca Lawson made him an offer on the spot. "You're the kind of man I want on my team," she said firmly. "Someone who sees people. Someone who cares. Can you start Monday?" That night, Daniel walked into his tiny apartment and Tommy came running into his arms. "Did you get the job, Daddy?" he asked, hopeful. Daniel smiled through tears. "Yeah, buddy," he whispered. "I got the job." And he got something more than that, the reminder that sometimes, when you stop chasing your dreams long enough to help someone else, the dream comes looking for you. Kindness has a way of finding its way home. No act of compassion is ever wasted. In the end, it all comes back around.